Oh boy. Where do I start this video? This is just holy cow. It has been a week, guys. It has been a week right now. Especially with DBD at the moment, and it's just holy cow. Hi guys. It's me, the doobie. I'm sorry if I sound a little exhausted. I am. I haven't got done with my 5-day work period, and now I get my day off, and I'm probably going to sleep in tomorrow. But besides Doobie and their tiredness of the holidays, this year in DBD has pretty much been the worst year of Dead by Daylight's history imaginable. And we are right close to getting into the 10-year anniversary as well for next year. And like my mind is boggled on how things can get worse because I feel like it just like can't get worse, right? It literally cannot get worse, especially with how today has been with all the DVD leaks and stuff as that in the conversation. And I'm not gonna talk about it here, but if you want to go see what all it is, go check out Tweet's stuff. I feel like if I talk about it, I don't know if it's allowed. I don't want the behavior ban hammer on me. I'm still waiting for my creator program email. I want to be on the good side, at least. Be somewhere with myself. Also, I do have a bone pick with that like creator program nonsense. But for now, pretty much the final nail on the coffin this year has unfortunately been Michael and Lori leaving the fog, and I am genuinely surprised. Like I shouldn't be. I should have expected this to come in because of the new Halloween game by Gunn and people who made Friday and whatever. I'm too tired to think about it right now. I'm sorry, but yeah, I know some people are like, oh, I knew it. I knew that was gonna happen because of the game, and really, I am really sad about that. I know I'm a little late on talking about it in the conversation, but I haven't had time to really get on here and talk about my feelings about how DBD has been lately, and I feel like just this video kind of just explained how I really feel about the game right now, and everything's been kind of just going downhill since fnaf. And in my personal opinion, fnaf was a great chapter. I feel like it wasn't insanely buggy for me, for my experience at least, and it was a well thought out chapter. And I know some people are upset that we didn't get survivors. It happens, but we got a map. That's like the best thing to think about. And I understand it is the movie equivalent for that, but I feel like that's like the best it could be, And I'm really happy with, just the chapter in general, how Springtrap works, and especially since now I am a Springtrap main, like glitch trap. I'm a glitch trap main. I love my chunky bunny. You guys know this, and it's just FNAF was up there for this year. Like, how do we how is this the worst year in DBD history when FNAF is in that as well, which is just insane to me to think about. But after that, pretty much it started going downhill from there. And from top of my head memory, the Walking Dead chapter was an absolute disaster. Like, not even putting it lightly. Behavior, well, I don't understand the brain boggling what's happening there, and especially with Chandler and the live stream and all that was insane. How buggy this chapter has been. Jim, of all things, Jim being a great example on just how do you let this stuff slide, and then of course all content being pushed back so health updates could be there more. But I feel like nothing has really been done because every update we get, just more bugs seem to happen, and I feel like Behavior has pretty much did this to themselves on the constant content every other so months, and it sucks, because like you're kind of like thinking like, do we sacrifice a few months without content and we might lose revenue, we might do that, and not matter. But I feel like in a stance of just like, you are the most popular horror ASIM out there, everyone behind you has either shut down, died, been forgotten about, have been abandoned, whatever, And then you have Dead by Daylight. And Dead by Daylight is almost 10 years old. And it shows that it's 10 years old. And the matter of fact that it's just crap after this, and like perks need to be shut off when devs don't want to do it, and it comes to when someone makes a harmless joke and then the whole community gets on them, and then the whole Chandler stuff, and especially with the Walking Dead chapter being absolute shit. Don't get me started on the map variant. Let me be real with you guys. The map variant, the tile, I have never gotten that tile till like last week, mind you. The map rotation in Dead by Daylight is horrendous. And I understand you could use map offerings, but the way they change map offerings, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to work in how they start adjusting things. I feel like they add stuff that shouldn't be added or shouldn't be adjusted. Like, keys and maps. I feel like you just made maps useless at that point. And you made keys useless at that point. Because do you ever see anyone run maps or keys anymore? Unless they're running a oral reading build on that key. I don't see you using any more keys, man. If you're not using that oral reading build. And then, of course, again, I don't want to talk about it too much on here because I feel like I don't know if I'm allowed to. I feel like, it's opinions, but I just don't want to be on that side of like, oh yeah, let me leak, expose this, and that. Like, I know I've talked about previously, like, oh, there's been that stuff, but as I recall, I haven't really, shown or, anything in that matter. Just rumors, really, in that matter. I probably have briefly talked about some things being leaked, but, I don't want to, right now, pinch of salt on everything, especially on DBD stuff. But a lot of stuff I've been hearing on there, whatever, it's devastating. Go look at yourself. I don't want to, get in trouble because of this nonsense. Because I don't want to spread misinformation if it's not right or if it's not true. And, just, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying that they're true. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I just don't know. It's kind of the problem, especially with the current situation with DBD and their crash out, and I don't want to get into much detail on that. But people who are on Twitter know that. I literally experienced it firsthand of them deactivating their account. I don't know. So, besides all that nonsense, you have the Walking Dead shitty chapter, and then what did we even get next? After that, we got the pushback on content. And we were supposed to get actually our last chapter of this year in a Stranger Things Part 2. We were supposed to get that right now, especially with the launch of Stranger Things. But now we are getting it next month. So here's to hoping that the chapter is okay. I know everyone's not excited about Stranger Things coming back, but personally for me, I'm fine with that. I've been wanting another Stranger Things chapter, and as well, with a new Stranger Things chapter means we get new cosmetics for Steve, Nancy, and potentially Demogorgon. And as your goober, as your Steve and Nancy main here, okay, everyone please hold your applauses. Dewey is finally a Nancy main. I know no one's clapping, but I've been always forever a Steve main ever since I got him. So it's been 3 years, of Dewey being a Steve main. And I'm excited to see what we got out of that. And also, those leaks that came out, by the way, these are proven false because they're AI. That fooled me. On TikTok, I seen them firsthand. I'm like, that looks so real. It's getting to the point to where AI is getting a little freaky. the AI gets kind of quirky at night. But, it's getting to the point that's how do you not? How can you, differentiate, Because some things you can, obviously, if you look close enough. But, with those, not, maybe, almost all of them, maybe except for, 2 images, did not look like Dead by Daylight-esque, And it just, you never know, in that opinion. So, we are getting Stranger Things. Has been pushed back till next month. And, hopefully, it doesn't break the game. Here's hoping. But, from then, it's kind of just been very silent right now. It's been kind of, except for, obviously, Michael leaving Dead by Daylight. And I kind of want to touch back on Michael. Gunn, we're not friends, buddy. I already made my video talking about you when TCM was sunsetting. And the matter of fact that this is, I'm calling it now. You can come back to this video, tell me whatever in a year or so that, oh, Doobie, you were wrong. Halloween game is still thriving as it is. It's not gonna last long, especially when you have the two teams of Gun, and then you have the Killer Clowns from Outer Space team, and also Friday. Clowns is dead, Baiju. Like, it is dead. And TCM is dead. So they had to bet their money on this one that it's gonna stick. And personally, for me, do not support Gun and their doings. That's my opinion, in my opinion only. I mean, you can buy Halloween if you want, but like, you are supporting a dev team that killed TCM and have killed their other games. I'm just being real with you. It's very not fair, the fact that we can't have more TCM. That's upsetting to me. Because it is, like, it was my favorite ASIM game. One of my favorite. Like, Dead by Daylight and TCM. I love it. I love the characters, everything about that game. But, maybe it's not Gun. Like, think about it, because there could be like a mini potential, like what a lot of people have been talking about right now. It could not be, like, maybe it's not Gun. Maybe it's not the Halloween game that removed it. But, like, the matter of fact that it has been, I'm not sure been proven, but it has been chatted about that Bubba leaving Dead by Daylight would have happened if TCM wasn't out already. Think about that. I guarantee you, if they could have, Bubba wouldn't even be here either. And imagine the fact that we maybe couldn't even get Bubba back till like now. Like, think about that. Because TCM only got to live for like a year and a half. It did not even reach the 2-year mark. So think about that. 2 years without Bubba, we probably will get 2 years without Myers. And it's really odd, especially when Myers just got reworked too. So I don't know if that was because of Michael leaving, they reworked him, or it just got pulled out from under the rug. I would say it was probably the first option. They were redoing Michael so people can get him before he leaves. And I'm pretty sure Michael is leaving next month on the 22nd or 19th, if I remember correctly. So here's your reminder to please go get Michael and Lori. Get the Halloween chapter. Get the Smixy friggin' medical outfit Michael. Please, for my sake. Really sad to say, you know, because seeing a lot of people talk about Michael being the reason why they're in Dead by Daylight. And for me personally, Michael wasn't the reason. I was recommended, but I was really intrigued that Michael was in the game. It's just Dead by Daylight, silly horror game. That's why I was intrigued. Michael was one of my first mains. I know I don't talk about it very often, but Michael was one of my first, it was kind of like the top 3 mains that I had when I started DBD. It was Huntress, Legion, and Michael. Michael was one of my mains. I played Michael for a very long time. I'm pretty sure I am Prestige 10 Michael still. I played him a lot. You know, I used Prestige 10, and it says to me because everyone, like a lot of people that know me, Michael is my favorite killer to go against. And just the fact that, you know, he'll be more rare to go against now because he's leaving, and new players now be able to experience Michael in his glory. You know, it's like, it's really upsetting to me, and I, you know, hope that people will want to play Michael more, especially after this, because unfortunately I haven't seen anyone really play Pinhead as of late either, because that's kind of like the thing. Pinhead's gone. I have not come across a Pinhead in so long, and this same exact thing is going to happen to Michael, and I hate that. I hate it here. I hate it here as I pound on my glass. I hate it here. I want nostalgia DBD again. You know, it's kind of how it's feeling right now. But, yes, please consider getting the goobers. Michael, and also, oh, by the way, it does hurt the matter of fact that Michael is what made Dead by Daylight Dead by Daylight. I'm gonna be real with you. Without Michael, who knows what would happen to Dead by Daylight? Because, think about that. If Behavior did not get the license for Halloween, where would the game be right now? To think about it. The first licensed chapter in Dead by Daylight. Gone. After almost 10 years. And there's no coincidence that he is leaving by the time Halloween gets in their data. The beta testing, you know? The same thing they did with TCM. So, I am not shocked if this is because of Gunn wanting to get Michael out of DBD so they have less competition. Because they probably would have had done the same for Bubba if TCM wasn't out yet. Because those rumors about Bubba, I bet you, if because of the community finding out about this, it's because it's also odd because, think about this, Bubba was going to be leaving the game, but people found out before they announced it. And that's why they reverted it, because people found out. And with Michael, no one found out till they posted it. Tinfoil hats on, guys. I'm cooking up something. Think about that. So, it's a matter of fact that no one knew till they were able to finally say it. And I bet you, if the same thing happened, maybe it wouldn't have happened twice, who knows. If people found out about it sooner, like, think about that. Like, what Michael would have maybe not have left if people found out about it sooner. But also, there was that thing about the honeypot to find people who were exposing information behavior back then with Bubba. But I, like, am guaranteeing, believing that. If the community did not find, like, if the community found out about it, who would have known what could have happened? Because Behavior had to go, Bubba's not leaving because of TCM. So this history repeats itself where Gunn is stupid and we should not be supporting Gunn. No. No, no, no. Don't click that pay button. No, no, no. Take Halloween off your wish list. Doobie says no. No. Like, this year, like, this is basically, like, the nail in the coffin. Your final nail in the coffin. Michael leaving DBD. Merry Christmas, guys. Michael leaving DBD. No more funny guy. And, again, also weird term, like, cutting into this. I'm, like, scrolling through their Twitter at the moment, and it's, like, really funny. Mind you, the post here, we welcomed the Halloween chapter into the fog a little over 9 years ago, and the time has come for us to say goodbye to Lampkin Lane, which is also, by the way, I'm, like, really mad. Haddonfield is one of my favorite maps. Always and forever. Content of the chapter will leave in-game first-party stores on January 19th, 2026. There's your reminder again. Please go get Michael content. All content unlocked before the date. You know, yada yada. Do FQK at the freaking most frequent answers, questions, whatever. And then not even, like, I swear, like, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. Like, what was the time thing here? Exactly. This had to have been a schedule post then for that one. At 11 a.m., they posted that Michael one, and then at 6 p.m. they posted, "No going the easy way with choosing Tori either. Based on their lore, which character would you see being the opposite in the opposite role?" And all I can see is just, like, freaking... I'm actually shocked no one's talking about Michael. And some, like, survivors like that, which I think is just, like, funny to me. It's kind of an odd, like, weird, like, I don't know why you couldn't just, like, save that for another time, you know? But, I think that's, like, majority of it at the moment. Again, like, with, like, the bombshell today on tweet stuff, I'm kind of sad about some things, but, you know, it's kind of, you know, I can't talk about it too much, but please consider go seeing that if you want to, see other things. But, yeah, this was just a actually surprisingly short, sweet conversation with you. And again, don't support Gunn. I'm just being honest with you. It's gonna die in a year, I swear to you. Because, like, I don't know why companies can't learn. ASIMs cannot survive if you're treating your community poorly. And I want you guys to remember this. Gunn treated their community poorly because they wanted them to play the game how they wanted the game to be played. They never considered competitiveness. They just considered it more of fun, party, you know, fun for people. When people don't realize, like, when the Deadbydaylight don't realize that the game was competitive. Like Dead by Daylight. Because everyone takes it competitively. They want to be better than the opposite team. And I probably will not be able to find it, but that one clip of, whatever his name is, saying, like, oh, reading text, like, oh, you know, you guys should be sorry for what you did. And he goes, well, I don't know what we're sorry for, but I'll personally say it. We're sorry. Like, that's probably, like, the good example for you to show you, just to prove how Gunn is miserable. I'm just letting you know, Gunn is stupid. That, you know. So, while I have you here, thank you, Goobies, for joining me today on this little ramble, this little rant. I appreciate my conversations with the ends. It's always appreciative. And to give you a heads up, mark your calendars, Goobers. December 28th, your Goober will be holding their annual Sparkle. Sorry, I sound so like very enthused about this. Let me let me rephrase this. December 28th, Goobies. It is my birthday, and I will be streaming DBD on that day, or maybe I'll plan something different on there, because it'll be our annual DBD stream. So consider following my Twitch, Doodle by Daylight, and hang out with me on my birthday. That would be great. You know, it's always great hanging with you guys on my birthday. So there is that, and expect one more video later this year. We'll be doing the same as usual, our compilation video of the year, and also an update video, kind of like personal, want to talk to you, whatever, before I let you go watch clips, whatever, and all that matters. So I think that's all. Thank you for joining me today. Again, get Michael. He's very fun. Love my guy. He used to be one of my biggie mains. Unfortunately, I don't play him anymore, but again, he's my favorite killer to go against in Dead by Daylight, and it's funny from talking for someone who really enjoys Nemesis as well. I get really excited when I have Michaels in my match, because Michael is just really fun to go against. So thank you guys for, if you don't see me again, whatever, thank you for joining me this year. Thank you for tuning in on all my videos and everything that matter. And if I don't see you again till after Christmas, whatnot, have a happy holidays, have a happy new year, and please be safe and have fun with your family and all that good matter. Love you guys. See you next try, whenever that will be. Bye-bye. Bye.
Change it up. Maybe you're just tired, or play something else for a week. Try Civilization or something, just for a refreshing change. Balance is, I shouldn't be saying